Hey, welcome back. We are
Hey, everyone.
back for that time of the month to share what we've got going on Patreon for August.
And August is a pretty big month for Patreon because, as many of you know, the Land of Eam backer kit campaign is under full production and preparing to finally get out to you folks here in the not too distant future. But it doesn't mean that Ben and I have not been super busy working on the Mucklands sequel, the Under Mucklands,
And we've actually been working on it for quite a while,
quite a while.
just keeping it under wraps. But we are super excited to share the first region of the Underlands, which is called the Under Mucklands, and it's
Oh yeah,
directly below the Mucklands.
that's what I should have said. It's actually the sequel is the Underlands, but the Under Mucklands is the region.
Yeah, and there are 4 regions, and we're giving you the first region in its entirety. We are sharing 45,000 words with you on Patreon.
And for those of you that don't know, that's a whole Dungeoneer adventure.
It's unedited, and there are bound to be mistakes at this point, but you know,
But you guys get the sneak peek, like the
there's tons.
patrons,
I mean, this alone could last you years of gaming. Um,
as we proved with the Mucklands, our Mucklands campaign on our live stream every Saturday, which has been going on for years now.
um, there's no map right now, but that's something that we could share in the future, like a work in progress map. Um, but as I said, there's just so much stuff. Like New Delve City is like the main city settlement, and it's way bigger than Bogtown. It's like
Yeah.
double the size in word
In
count.
fact, like let's do like a little overview of the Underlands in general. Like, so the Underlands, like Ben said, they're directly under the Mucklands, and it's composed of 4 different regions. And the Undermucklands is sort of the homeland, the ancestral homeland of the goblins, and all of the goblins that ended up going up to the Mucklands and the surface, creating the dungeon era, the tycoons, and this, it, as Ben said, New Delft City is, their biggest hub, and it is larger than Bogtown, and Bogtown is already a gigantic location. So
Thing about
there's
the
just so much going on.
thing about the Undermucklands is that it's like very excavated. There's a lot of tunnels the goblins have made. So if you're familiar with Rickety Stitch and the Gelatinous Goo, Subterranean Pits and Layers has all these like tunnel networks that you can travel through, whereas the later regions that are deeper and deeper, there's not. It's like a very much wilderness.
Indeed, your fungal jungle, your mushroom mazes, your abyss, your shimmering shar, which is mentioned in several different books, but we haven't yet to explore on the page. So it was really fun to tackle that region as
Well,
well,
it's in Dungeoneer Adventures.
which
Like
contains
all of
Dungeoneer
this,
Academy, which Dungeoneer Academy is in the
yeah,
Underbucklands.
all of this appears in Dungeoneer Adventures, which is available as a 3-book set right now.
That's true. It just came out. Book 3 just came out. You can get all 3 books at exaltedfuneral.com or anywhere books are sold.
Um, so yeah, in the Underlands there are a few settlements, but the biggest ones are in the Undermucklands. You got, like we said, New Delft City. There's Port Lagoonie, which is obviously a port town that kind of ships items for
It's got
the.
kind of the visual vibe of where the pirate ship is in the Goonies, like this big underground,
Hence the name.
hence the name Port Lagoonies. Um, and it's got that vibe of a underground port that can take you out of the Underlands as well, or deeper
Yeah,
inside.
there's a lot of connectivity with the Mucklands in this region. Got sputter tram lines. One cool thing is that there's a Thurf station. So we're kind of like adding on a station to the city of Thurf in the Mucklands. So there's some cool travel that can happen.
Which it's like mentioned everywhere that Thurf is the entrance to Dungeoneer Academy. Like that's like how you would enter it from the Mucklands. Now it's just on the page and real, and it's fun.
Yeah. And there are a ton of like James said, Dungeoneer Academy. There's several zones, a lot of mines and stuff. Um, and there are so many dungeons in this. Not necessarily in the Undermucklands, but like in the Underlands as a whole, there are like tons of dungeons,
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
of the
dungeon
nature,
rooms.
right? The nature of the realm, we went really hard on dungeons and dungeon rooms. So there's lots of buried nuggets that go far beyond the just like quest rewards and things. There's like all kinds of things that you can discover and find in the different dungeons. And there's a huge variety of dungeons too. There's like the biomes are pretty flexible and extreme in the Underlands. There's like kind of a little bit of everything.
The Undermucklands is definitely like a cousin to the Mucklands in a way, and so a lot of the similar themes are explored there, as well as getting into some crazier stuff.
Yeah, which is why we chose to share it first because it's a nice little bridge. It's a nice little bridge.
It is definitely a bridge. So yeah, if you're interested in checking this out, it's Google Docs. It's over 100 pages. So there's a lot to dig into. If that sounds interesting, check out our Patreon. Link in the bio, link in the description below. And thanks for anyone who supports us on Patreon. Yeah,
Absolutely. Huge thanks.
and we are we'll be updating the campaign, like James said. Things are in production. We'll be updating it as soon as we get, any pictures or updates on that front.
And if you want to just learn more about the game or hang out with us, like every Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific, or almost every Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific, we play a live stream of the Land of Eam, and we have a ton of fun with our buddy George. And we also just hang out with folks and answer questions and talk about Rickety Stitch and Dungeon Adventures and anything that people want to talk about.
Indeed. All right. Thanks a lot for checking this out, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, take it easy, everybody.
Bye bye.